the ducks are swimming in the all the ducks are swimming in the water. 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 Under. All the ducks are swimming in the water. Ducks are swimming in the water. All the 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 ducks are swimming in the water. Ducks are swimming in the water. All the 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 ducks are swimming in the water.
Yeah, they are. Oh, they are. Quack, quack. Quack, quack, baby. Quack, quack. Meaning stream time. You already know. You know what time it is. What time is it? Oh, yeah, it's meaning stream time. It's meaning stream time. It's time for that meaning stream. Good day. Good morrow. Good evening. All that thing. How you doing, baby? It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you. But, you know, I gotta work sometimes on stuff that isn't streaming. However, the 24-hour MEANINGWAVE radio is coming soon, so like soon you'll just have like 24 hours, baby. You just have 24-hour live soundtracking going on. And that's gonna be sick. I'm looking into a situation, you know, most people's live stream, that's just like a Spotify playlist, right, on random, and a GIF. You know that's what most people do, right? That's most people. That's the extent of the effort they're willing to put in. But I'm looking into a situation. I'm looking into a situation where I could be jumping on and doing like DJ sets and like playing stuff live. You wouldn't even necessarily know.
Damn!
Yeah, I'm also looking to get some homies getting in and doing stuff too. You know? So yeah, that's I'm aiming it next week for that. Aiming it next week for the 24-hour radio. Get after it. Epic activities intensify. Yeah. I'm super excited today. I'm super excited because the first new song from the forthcoming Joe Rogan album is dropping tonight on all streaming platforms. It's called Get That Good Feeling, and it's epic. Get that good feeling. We're going to drop a music video for that tonight. A music video for that will drop tonight. at, will that be 11 Central, I believe, 9 p.m. PST, midnight EST, is that what it is? I think it is. Should be 2 hours after the stream finishes. I'm still like wrapping my brain around the different time zones. That's right, Andrew Beth K. Just in time for tomorrow's workout. You're gonna get that good feeling. Get that good feeling. Yeah. Really excited. The music video is dope. We have a dope music video. But yeah, I'm super excited because I was just listening to the mixes for the whole Joe Rogan album. Officially approved. And it's very, very good. Some might say it's the best one yet. It might just be the best one yet. Anyway, how y'all doing tonight? What's cracking? Who's in the building? Who's in the building? We got YouTube Hero Alex in the building. We got Sheila D613 in the building. We got Miss Superconductor in the building. Yeah. Oh, 137 is your lucky number, huh? Well, then this one must be for you. This one must be dedicated to Miss Superconductor. That must be the nature of this here stream. Epic. Epic activities. What up, Michael in Seattle? What up, MH Digital Web? What up, Michael Tapia? Jose Talvera says, I'm still dancing outside the grocery store, guys, with my headphones on. Epic. Righteous. Yeah, we're going to go in tonight. We're going to play epic MEANINGWAVE records. We're going to swing kettlebells. We're going to hop up and down. We're going to, we're going to enjoy the lights. We're going to enjoy our beautiful lighting. We're going to enjoy our wall. We're going to enjoy that while we still can, because we got some sets arriving. We got some backdrops coming in. This Spartan setup you've been enjoying for the past week or so will not last forever, baby. So enjoy it while you can. You know, I was thinking, man, we in that stage right now. You know, we just moved to Texas. We're just setting up this house. And it's a beautiful thing setting up a new place, you know, and you only get to do it once in that place. You don't get to do it twice. It's this beautiful little period of time where everything is pure potential. And I'm really enjoying it, you know, I'm really enjoying it and trying to make sure I'm as, I am. I'm making sure I'm as present as I can be so I can enjoy this experience. I can not just be like thinking about the future when you know what, I've got a really nice desk and I've built my acoustic panels and all that. No. I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying the bare wall. I'm enjoying being in the garage, making my studio. I'm really, really enjoying that, I gotta say I'm loving that. The material I've selected to cover my acoustic panels arrives tomorrow. I got my staple gun today. Oh, baby. I get emotional thinking about it. It's just such a beautiful thing. Such a privilege and a wonder, and I gotta thank you guys. Without you guys, none of this exists. You know what we like to say? We like to say, MEANINGWAVE exists! Yeah, it does. But without you, MEANINGWAVE wouldn't exist! What up, Jose? Is it Jose or Jose? Talavera. What up, Chris Champagne? We got Chris Champagne in the building. Chris Champagne's a wavy individual. He sent me a picture of him wearing the Texas gear. He's looked very wavy. I'm gonna post that somewhere. We got new gear dropping tonight as well. We got that Get That Good Feeling line dropping tonight. Ow! That is very fly. What up, Cunning Stunts is on a call with the state senator and the Department of Natural Resources. Life has become strange. Do me a favor, Cunning Stunts. Let them know MEANINGWAVE exists! Just be like, excuse me a minute, I just got something to say, it's very important. What's that? MEANINGWAVE exists! Yeah. That was a very abrupt delay. Why did that happen? Oh, there you go. Can you hear that? They're very sensitive, my little rotary buttons here sometimes.
I've really been trying to make sense of this, because, well, what the hell's going on? Why am I selling out 3,000 person auditoriums? I use the stage, let's say, as a opportunity in real time to think. I've been thinking, well, if you're surfing, you don't confuse yourself with the wave. The wave. The wave. That's a real mistake. You might be on top of the wave, but you're not the wave. The wave. The wave. That's a real mistake. You might be on top of the wave, but you're not the wave. I think this long-form discussion and the public hunger for that is best conceptualized like that. There's a technological revolution. It's a deep one. Online video and audio. Immediately accessible to everyone, all over the world. It's turned the spoken word into a tool that has the same reach as the printed word. So it's a Gutenberg revolution in the domain of video and audio. And it might be even deeper than the original Gutenberg revolution, because it isn't obvious how many people can read, but lots of people can listen. The wave. The wave. The wave. You might be on top of the wave, but you're not the wave. The wave. The wave. You might be on top of the wave, but you're not the wave. I mean, you got a little bit of that with TV, right? And you got a little bit of it with radio. But there was bandwidth limitations that were really stringent, especially in TV, where you could get 30 seconds if you were lucky, and 6 minutes if you were stellar, to elucidate a complicated argument. So you can't do that. Everything gets compressed to a kind of oversimplified entertainment. But now, all of a sudden, we have this forum for long-form discussion. Real long-form discussion. It turns out that everyone is way smarter than we thought. The wave. The wave. The wave. That's a real mistake. You might be on top of the wave, but you're not the wave. The wave. The wave. You might be on top of the wave, but you're not the wave. The people at the forefront of this are being cascaded forward like a surfer on a giant wave on this technological transformation. It's necessary to keep your ego under control. With regards to the people coming to see me, the proper attitude towards that, and I think this is true for any performer, is gratitude. You bloody well be happy those people are there. And you should never think there's something spectacularly special about yourself that's attracting these people, and that somehow you're above them and they're your fans, or there's this real power differential, even though that sort of manifests itself because people are so happy to see you. That's a dangerous pathway, and I truly am ridiculously overwhelmed and grateful and happy and pleased that all these people show up.
That's right, baby. You showed up. Look, you showed up. And I'm very grateful that you showed up. Look at you. Look at you. Look at God. Baby, get that good feeling. Get that good feeling. All right, baby. I want you, if you have the capacity, if you got the ability, I want you to drop all them purple Rogan faces in that chat. I want a flood of purple Rogan heads in that chat right now, baby. Yeah. Dexter. What up? Love that I came in eating a burrito listening to JBP Wave. That sounds like the first line of an epic novel. I came in eating a burrito listening to JBP Wave. It was a beautiful day to be alive. At the peak of recorded human civilization. As the chat was flooded with purple Rogan faces. Beautiful purple bald Rogan faces flooded the chat. Not enough people had smashed that like, but it was early. They didn't know, dear Lord, they didn't know what they had done. They didn't realize that they were supposed to smash the like. Well, now they know. Now they know. Get that good feeling, baby. If you got a kettlebell, swing that thing. If you got a table, jump up on that thing. If you got a big truck, jump up on that big truck and shake that big old butt, baby.
It's this fear of discomfort. People have this extreme feeling in their mind when it comes to their associations with exercise. They want to avoid discomfort. They feel like any type of exercise is just like something to be avoided. That's not for me. Fuck that. I don't want to sweat. I don't want to strain. I don't want to sweat. I don't want to strain. And a lot of times this association that they have is about the beginnings of getting in shape. It's not about once you're actually fit. Because once you're actually fit and you look forward to it, it feels great. If I can't get a workout in, I look at my schedule and go, oh shit, I don't have any time for a workout, which means I'm not going to get that good feeling, get that good feeling. And so instead of looking at it like, oh, I've got to go grunt and sweat, I'm thinking I'm not going to feel good, I'm not going to feel relaxed, I'm not going to feel carefree, even appreciative, like my appreciation of things. And it gets enhanced greatly after exercise. I just feel better. I want to sweat, I want to strain, I want to sweat, I want to strain, I want to sweat, I want to strain, I want to sweat, I want to strain. Get that good feeling, get that good feeling, get that good feeling. I want to sweat, I want to strain, 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 I want to sweat, I want to strain. Get that good feeling, get that good feeling, get that good feeling. It feels great. Most people, their associations are to avoid anything that's uncomfortable. It's so illogical. Discomfort is your friend. It really is. Discomfort, not being happy and content with certain situations in life, they're massive, massive motivators. They're amazing at facilitating change. Yet our instinct is to avoid those and just sit on the couch and watch some fucking reality show. It's bizarre. When I get really disciplined and really consistent with my workouts, I almost feel momentum. I feel like there's push behind me, like, all right, yeah, now I'm doing sweat, I want to strain, I want to sweat, I want to strain, I want to sweat, I want to strain, I want to sweat, I want to strain. Get that good feeling, get that good feeling, get that good feeling. I want to sweat, I want to strain, 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 I want to sweat, I want to strain. Get that good feeling, get that good feeling, get that good feeling. Yeah, now I'm doing it. Yeah, now I'm doing it. Yeah. I'm doing it all the time now. I'm looking forward to the next time, and it makes that resistance much weaker, and it makes my motivation and my discipline much stronger. I think a lot of it is based on just the consistency. Blowing something off is not just bad for you physically, it's also bad mentally, because then that option is now available. The option to fuck off. You did it before, and you're probably going to do it again, and you'll get mediocre results, not just in that aspect of your life, maybe in all aspects of your life. That option to fuck off, when you embrace it, that is a pathway that you might choose when it comes to dealing with conflict in your personal life, business decisions, career decisions, like an uncomfortable decision that you might be faced with, what your pathway is in life, but you don't do it, instead you fuck off. And that inclination to fuck off, that gathers momentum as well. The inclination to be disciplined, that comes with momentum. I think both things. You take a path. I want to sweat, I want to strain, I want to sweat, I want to strain, I want to sweat, I want to strain, I want to sweat, I want to strain. Get that good feeling, get that good feeling, get that good feeling. I want to sweat, I want to strain, 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 I want to sweat, I want to strain. Get that good feeling, get that good feeling, get that good feeling.
It feels great! Yeah! Make some noise, MAZ! I want to see you flood that chat with all them bold Rogan heads if you got them. All them beautiful purple things. And if you ain't got them, just smash out some waves, baby. You know how I would do. It feels great!
Or the path of the fuck off.
Path of the fuck
Your
off.
body is like a race car that you can juice up yourself. Like you can add the fat tires, you can add improved suspension, you can beef up the horsepower in the engine. You can do all that yourself. Or you could just choose to have this shitty body. No one's under the illusion you're gonna live forever, but you are enhancing the experience that you're currently involved in right now. You are alive, you do experience this life, but do you experience this life optimally? Is it as enjoyable as it can be? And we all know that there's a spectrum for that enjoyability. Like we've all had times in our life where it's not been so great, and then times in our life everything came together like, what a fucking great day, woo! Great day, woo! Great day, woo! Great day, woo! Make more of those. Make more of those. Make more of those. You can make more of those. And then the whole thing's better, and then the whole thing's better. And I think when that whole thing is better, it affects everybody you touch, everybody that's around you, everybody you come in contact with. That in turn, I mean, it sounds so grandiose, but in turn can affect the entire race of human beings.
Oh, baby!
Akira. He's got clout.
Well, the ego can't reflect upon itself unless it has a mirror against which to read itself, and that mirror would be the mythological schedule that lets it know where it is. It's a mirror with a schedule, a patterned mirror, and the ego sees itself in that reflex and knows where it is on the scoreboard. Just for example, a person who at the age of 40 is wondering whether he's going to be punished by mother and hasn't moved on. And a person at the age of 80 who's wondering, how's my golf score? He hasn't moved on either. This lets you know where you are. And it knows what the patterns have been of life through centuries in that position that you now are entering or holding.
Myth lets you know where you are.
Myth lets you know where you are.
Where you are. You know where you are. Myth lets you know where you are.
Myth lets you know where you are.
Where you are. You know where you are.
The 40-year-old now should see himself as a free, willing, independent, self-responsible human being. And he should have certain noble heart powers that have been called to his attention and to which he has been invited to give himself that will enable him to act in terms of nobility, not in obedience, but out of himself. And the older person must know, I'm now participating in the achievement of life. I have achieved it. And I'm looking back. And I can tell you there's a wonderful moment that comes when you realize I'm not striving for anything. And what I'm doing now is not a means to achieving something later. Youth has always to think that way. Every decision a young person makes is a commitment to a life course. And if you make a bad decision of that angle, there you're far off course. But after a certain age, there's no future. And suddenly the present becomes rich. It becomes that thing in itself which you're now experiencing. And if you've been prepared a little bit for that, you're ready.
Myth lets you know where you are.
Myth lets you know where you are.
Where you are. You know where you are. Myth lets you know where you are.
Myth lets you know where you are.
Where you are. You know where you are.
I've had the experience of lecturing to old age groups, and myself actually in old age. I'll be 79 next month. I I can tell you there came a gradual realization, boy, this is it. I'm in that place, and every experience is of value in and for itself without any reference to anything that might happen. I've mentioned this to older groups, and people come up to me afterward and say, we didn't realize.
Hey.
It's beautiful.
Beautiful.
Just let you know where you are. Just let you know where you are.
Make some noise for that unreleased Joseph Campbell. Maybe we'll never release it. Maybe we'll just play it on the Meaning stream. It's just so special. Blood that chat, baby. All them wave emojis for Joseph Campbell. And that epic, useful power of myth. Myth lets you know where you are. That's what it's for, baby. So you can orient yourself in this magical kingdom in which we reside, in which we dwell, baby. Hey. Yo, what's cracking out there? What up, Dexter? What up, Francis? What up, Mighty? Says, I've been playing that Jocko album you made on repeat. Yo, that's because you're smart and wise and your ancestors are proud of you. That's what's up with that. Hey, what up, Hybrid Loser? Says, thank you for all you do, Akira. You've helped me through many days. God bless you, Hybrid Loser. We're glad you're here. We're glad you're sharing your light with the world. We're proud of you. God bless. What up, Andrew? Bless up, baby. Says, I'm getting that good feeling. Thank you, Akira. Thank you, brother. International high five coming right up. Here's my question for you, baby. Where did you come from today to get to the MAZ? You're in the MAZ right now. You're in the MEANINGWAVE Autonomous Zone. What gets you that good feeling, baby? What gets you that good feeling? How'd you get that good feeling? You let me know. You let me know right now, baby, with the power of chat and hieroglyphics. You can do it. Mighty Fam says, all my favorite speakers and authors. What? Man, like what's? The Wave vinyl test presses will be with us within 4 days, I'm told. Woof! That's going to be pretty exciting, baby. I think we might have to play a test pressing live on stream. What do you think? Not the whole, like a bit of it or something. Huh? Yeah, we kettlebelling. How long have I been kettlebelling? We should be keeping a tab on this. What is it, 3 or 4 days? Is it 4 days straight of kettlebelling in the streams? That's my new system. If you're listening to on the podcast, you know what we're talking about. I added a habit. You know, the thing with life, right, is life is just, the deeper into life you go, it's just a series of habit loops, baby. Just a series of habit loops. That's what your life becomes. So you just got to make sure you're in control of those habits, and you got to make sure they're serving you and taking you where you want to go. You know, so I do a habit audit every quarter. I check in. I do like a little monthly one, but I do a quarterly big one. I check in. I say, what habits have I got? The cool thing about moving state, not just moving house, but moving state, is it's an opportunity to check all your habits and make sure they're all rocking, all good, and implementing any useful ones. So I've added a habit to the stream. I'm like, okay, I'm streaming 4 hours a day, at least. If I add a kettlebell to the setup and I just have to do some kettlebell swangs during it, that means I will inevitably do a shitload of kettlebell swings, because I stream every day for at least 4 hours. In the same way that I was like, all right, I want to get up early. I know, I'll create a morning show, and then I have to get up and do the morning show, right? In the same manner, I've added kettlebells to the setup, and now I swing kettlebells every day without fail, you know? It's just a thing that occurs. It's just a system. It's just a part of that system, and the system will lead me inevitably towards my aim. There's no getting away from that when you implement a system, you know? That's the power of systems. Shout out to your boy Scott Adams, who was the guy who coined that term of phrase, as far as I know anyway. The old systems versus goals thing. Systems beat goals thing. And surely it does work. I read a book called The Power of Habit, you know? And I didn't entirely agree with everything in it because The Power of Habit says you can't break a habit. You can only replace it. And I've broken habits. I used to smoke fags. I stopped smoking fags, and I haven't smoked fags for years and years and years, and I didn't replace that with nothing. Same with booze, although you could say I replaced booze with the adventure of MEANINGWAVE, so maybe that's true. But anyway, habits, they're difficult to break, but they're easier to replace. So if you've got a habit you don't like, that's a great opportunity to implement one you do like, a useful one. That's one of them big life keys. Once you got that cracking in your life, you can just keep adding new habits to your life. Don't do too many at once, you know. Get one rocking, get it like locked in, and then add another one. Keep doing that. And then your victory is inevitable. Inevitable victory for you. Hallelujah! Make some noise for the inevitable victory of you. Myth lets you know where you are. Hey. We got Luke and McSharp out in the Bay Area. Jiu-jitsu, parkour, climbing trees, and other climbable things. My guy. That's how he gets his good feeling, man. Seth Parker got that good feeling making something beautiful for my wife. That's very beautiful. Capital, I get that good feeling from improving myself and making real concrete progress. Getting through adversity and helping others do so. And through music and stories that evoke meaning. Yes, yes. Milton Dan, Melbourne, new levels of understanding give me that good feeling. MD, doing difficult things. WMIV. Capital, Everett, WA, Globe Style. Dan Frank, the kettlebells made me sore all week. Yes. Righteousness all over the place. Walking, more poet. Virginia, running with my dog, even though I hate running, gives me a good feeling. Funny how the stuff that you hate to do is the stuff that makes you feel good. Huh. Jose Talvera, can somebody Uber me to Akira's house? What? What? Dan Costa, what makes me feel good is I'm going to get my brother from prison tomorrow, and I have planned something. Excellent. Daniel Jang Thong, as always, mad love, bless up to you. Bless up David Howe, kettlebells are not better than barbells, but they're good too, possibly more convenient. I mean, they're definitely convenient in the context of doing a stream. That's real. Cindy Bailey, I'm currently convalescing in the recovery wing of MAZ. Edibles are bringing me that good feeling for now. Hey, get after it, Cindy Bailey. What up, Matt Crittenden? Alan Carr, easy way recommended for quitting smoking. Or you could just quit. I just did, Jocko style. How do I quit smoking? Quit smoking. That's it, baby. That's what I did. Yeah. Feels like it works. What up, DS Duenas? How you doing, baby? What up, Andre P? What up, Tower One Power, you bad man? Says, I've never heard the Don be negative once. Really? In all these years? Tower One Power has been here since the beginning, man. Tower One Power was here in like 2006 or something. Back when I was like Akira the Don rapping my ass off in London and shit. Back when I was like, just like hanging out with White Out and Big Nasty and them boys. And just doing the rapidy, getting after it. That's beautiful. Glenn Barnett, chopping that wood, got that good feeling flowing today. Few things are as glorious in life as chopping wood. What up, Insight of the Ages? Says, love you, brother, dancing to these beats just for the joy of it. Hope you and yours are thriving in Texas. Flying cars will be there first, FYI. Yo, baby, we beautiful. I'm glad you're beautiful too, baby. You keep dancing. Shout out to Jose Talvera. Says, I quit watching Prawn. Congratulations! Proud of you. Hybrid Loser says, appreciate your vibes. Appreciate you and your generosity. Shouts out to you all. You deserve an international high five. Yes, you do. You deserve an international high five. This is your opportunity to join together with your brothers and sisters in the MAZ across space and time. Space and time, and to join those vibes and to download the mass of that power.
Dawn is good.
And then you got to say what you gonna do
Dawn is good.
with that power inside you. 3, 2, 1. Ooh. Ooh. There you go, baby. We're getting after it. Yeah.
Consciousness has other notions of how things ought to be, what virtue is, and so on.
And so on. And so on.
One of the problems that man has to face is reconciling himself to the foundations of his own existence. And this is the first function of mythology. And this is the first function of mythology. The reconciliation of consciousness with the mystery of being. And this is the first function of mythology. Not criticizing. Shakespeare, in his definition of art in Hamlet, where he says, art holds the mirror up to nature, is a perfect definition, I would say, of the first function of mythology.
I need a tambourine for this one.
When you hold the mirror up to yourself, your consciousness becomes aware of its support. What is that is supporting it? You may be shocked at what you see. You may be greatly pleased. But one way or another, you become aware of yourself. Your consciousness becomes aware of that darkness, that being which came into being out of darkness and which is its own support. And this is the first function of mythology. This is the first function of mythology. The reconciliation of consciousness with the mystery of being. And this is the first function of mythology. Hey. And the realization of their mystery as something that consciousness is not going to be able to criticize, not even going to be able to elucidate, not even going to be able to name. It is something beyond naming, beyond all definitions. That's the first point. And when that is lost, one loses this sense of awe, which Goethe calls the best thing in man, the sense of gratitude for one's privilege of having this center of consciousness aware of these things. And this is the first function of mythology. This is the first function of mythology. That reconciliation of consciousness with the mystery of being. And this is the first function of mythology. Hey!
Yeah! Make some noise to Joseph Campbell at the first function of mythology, baby. From that released album, Songs of Mythology, out on all streaming platforms and to download via Bandcamp. Hey. Milman Dance's MEANINGWAVE Joseph Campbell Golden Vinyl album. Would love to own that. will love to own that. You will to love, because we're going to make that happen, Milkman Dan. We're going to manifest that. We're going to manifest that. Why? Why? Because that's what you deserve, Milkman Dan. Was it not you who told me my name? Was it not you who revealed to me that the Welsh translation of Akira the Dawn is Akira the Wave? Yes, it was. You deserve that golden vinyl. You will get it.
As a mirror. I think what people are putting out is an incredible indicator of what's inside of them. So right now there's a lot of political anxiety. There's a lot of ideological anxiety. And so what we're seeing is a lot of judgment. We consume as animals. And I think if one feels overwhelmed, they should stop consuming. Stop consuming. I don't put social media consumption in a very different place than the films and music and books that one reads. The collective replies to people's angst is no different than Kurt Cobain's singular angst. And I think we're forgetting the upside. There's so much love and greatness going on every day. Forgetting the upside. Humans find what they're looking for. We're forgetting the upside. There's so much love and greatness going on every day. Forgetting the upside. Humans find what they're looking for. I think it's great. I don't care about social media. I really don't. I care about humans communicating with each other. I'm fascinated by communication, and I'm fascinated that we now have a collective ability to communicate at a scale that we've never seen before. And I think right now people are focusing on the downside of that. You're signing into Twitter to find a fight, or to find somebody to fight with, to see some negativity. You're gonna find it. I think if you go to Twitter or Instagram to find happiness and positivity, it's there at scale.
Let's go!
And I think we're forgetting the upside. There's so much love and greatness going on every day. Forgetting the upside. Humans find what they're looking for. We're forgetting the upside. There's so much love and greatness going on every day. Forgetting the upside. Humans find what they're looking for.
Yo. Make some noise for Gary V. Man like Lorcan McSharp says this might be the wisest Gary I've heard. Yeah, Gary's smart, baby. Don't get it twisted with Gary. He is a stoic Russian Jew. And a bad motherfucker. But don't you get it twisted with Gary, baby. Gary got the keys.
Novelty is what triggers memory. Because your brain will get bored of the sameness, so you need to trigger memory and attention with contrast. Is a way to get people to move from where they are to where you want them to be. You just say, well, it's much less expensive than this. So contrast is one of the most important buttons. Use contrast often. Hey, you don't want to be this bad. You could be over here. Repetition and simplicity. Our brains are just simple machines. Repetition and simplicity. Our brains are just simple machines. The more you repeat, the more the wiring gets solidified. Repetition and simplicity. Our brains are just simple machines. And if you keep things simple, the brain can process it and deal with it. And if you keep things simple, the brain can process it and deal with it. If it's complicated, your brain has a tendency to just flush it out. Can't deal with it, flush it out. The fake because is a form of pseudo-logic. Sometimes you need to get people moving with a fake reason that doesn't even actually pass logical standards, but people don't need logical reasons. Just look at politics. People have incredibly different opinions, and many of them are smart. So if you've got smart people on opposite sides of basically every issue, you can see that they don't need real reason. We're not a species that operates on real reasons. We'll take a fake reason, we'll take one we made up, we'll take a guess, we'll follow our friends. Once you understand that people don't need real reasons, it frees you. Because if you're locked in a little world at a lower level of awareness where you say, well, I'm not going to convince somebody unless I have a real reason. Sorry, that's not the reality any of us live in. Real reasons are good. If you have them, use them. But we don't need them. Real reasons are good. If you have them, use them. But we don't need them. Real reasons are good. If you have them, use them. But we don't need them. Once you know you don't need them and that reality can be authored, you're in better shape. Repetition and simplicity, our brains are just simple machines. Repetition and
Say a little prayer for the internet. Say a little prayer for that internet. That Spectrum business line, which was supposed to have been fixed days ago. Hey. 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 Yo, what up, Matt Lally says, I'm sending this super chat now, because I've been waiting for the right time to send a super chat, which is now. You're right on time, baby. Hey. Walking Mall Poet says, is an instrumental of Gary V beats planned? I mean, that's a very good point. I haven't put that out. And I should. I've just got stuff like new stuff planned back to back. So every week. So dipping back and doing an instrumental album would push one of the new things back a week, but it does need doing. And thank you for reminding me. I will work that out. Yo, do me a favor, say a little prayer for that internet. It was supposed to have been fixed days ago. They told me it was fixed. Obviously, it's not fixed. It did the same thing it's been doing since I moved in here, which is just stop cutting out completely for 3 minutes or something. So prayer emojis in the chat for that internet, baby. God bless. It worked yesterday. Yesterday there was no problems, right? The power of prayer emojis. This is it.
I've been lucky. I've been blessed. I've had a life that I would not trade with anyone in the world. When you talk about Ramadi, that was the highlight of my life, because I was leading men in combat, which was something that I always wanted to do, and something that I felt that I was destined to do. And when I was in that situation, I knew that. I don't look back and say, oh, I wish I would have enjoyed that. No, I knew it then. This is it. This is it. This is it. This is it. This is what you have been waiting for your whole life, and what you really have been preparing for your whole life. And I was lucky to be there, and I was lucky to have incredible guys to work with. I was lucky enough to have guys that were so brave and so dedicated. I will use the word fearless, not that they didn't have fear, but that they overcame it all the time. And so I'd say if there's anything that I struggle with now, it's just that. Does anything else matter? And the answer is no. The answer is no. Nothing else matters. Nothing else is close. And so you have to deal with that. This is it.
This is it.
This is it. He's got clout. This is it.
The outside thing that you see and the inside thing that you are poles of the same magnet, or back and front of the same coin. Without one, there isn't the other. That means, of course, that we are living in the midst of a world of animals, vegetables, minerals, atmospheres, astronomical bodies. It's highly intelligent. Its intelligence concentrated, crystallized in our brains. That's where it comes out, see, in any field. The outside thing that you see and the inside thing that you are poles of the same magnet, or back and front of the same coin. Without one, there isn't the other.
Hey!
Let's take any field of forces. We take a chemical solution. And at certain critical points in this chemical solution, the crystals start to form. And so in the same way, the total intelligence of this whole universe crystallizes in human brains, also in other kinds of brains. That's where it really comes out. But it's the total intelligence of the whole field that does this. So we go with the whole thing, interdepend with it. The outside thing that you see and the inside thing that you are poles of the same magnet, or back and front of the same coin. Without one, there isn't the other. We don't live in an environment which is just rock, just air, just atmosphere and so on. The environment's only like that when we think about it analytically and try to explain it. But when we think of it isn't just rock and air, see, but those things go together. When you see the interconnectedness, when you see in the simplest way how flowers go with bees and other insects, they don't live without them. Humans go with cattle. They don't exist without them. Plants, etc., etc., etc. When you see the interval, the significance of the relationships between these, it's only then that you are aware of the melody. The outside thing that you see and the inside thing that you are poles of the same magnet. Back and front of the same coin. Without one, there isn't the other.
Dawn is good. Here is Jan van Eyck, who paints the eschatological picture of the Last Judgment. What a strange man he must have been. Here is heaven above and hell below. And in heaven, here's God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Ghost, all there together, and the Virgin Mary, and the apostles, and they're all sitting in committee. And they have an aisle, you know, to It's like in church, and there they are facing each other, and they're all sitting there very solemnly. I don't know what it's about. I don't know what it's about. What it's about. Below, right at the end of the aisle, you see, where all these apostles, Michael. A rather gorgeous figure in beautiful armor with wings. And underneath him is a bat-winged skull. And beneath those bat wings, all horror is let loose. Michael is about to slush that skull. See, with his sword. But below, there are nude bodies, some of them pretty comely. They're all squirming in there, and they're being eaten by worms. I don't know what it's about. What it's about. And they're eating the worms. And there's a kind of a mush. It's like the sort of situation you find when you turn up a big rock. There's all that going on underneath. Now, there's no question whatever that Van Eyck, the painter, had more fun painting that part of the picture than he did painting the top half. So in the same way with Hieronymus Bosch and with Bruegel, they painted every kind of weird, surrealistic deviltry going on. And they really loved it. But they couldn't admit it. I don't know what it's about. I don't know what it's about.
Akira. He's got clout.
You know, in Sleeping Beauty goes to sleep, and the reason she's quite old, and so they're pretty desperate to have a child, like so many people are now. And they only have one child, like so many people do now. They don't want anything to happen to this child, because like, hey, it's a miracle. And she's the princess. We're not letting anything around her. So they have a big christening party, and they invite everybody, but they don't invite Maleficent. And Maleficent is the terrible mother. She's nature, the thing that goes bump in the night. She's the devil herself, so to speak. She's everything that you don't want your child to encounter. So the king and queen say, well, we just won't invite her to the christening. It's like, good luck with that. That's an Oedipal story. The mother who devours her child by overprotecting him or her. Instead of being strengthened by an encounter with the terrible world, they're weakened by too much protection. And then they're let out into the world. They cannot live. And that's the story of Sleeping Beauty. That's the story of Sleeping Beauty. That's the story of Sleeping Beauty. And they apologize to Maleficent when she first shows up and say, well, you know, they have a bunch of half-witted excuses why they don't invite her. We forgot. It's like, I don't think so. You don't forget something like that. And she kind of makes that point. It's right, the whole horror of life. You don't forget about that when you have a child. That's for sure. You might wish that it would stay at bay, but you do not forget about it. The question is, do you invite it to the party? And the answer is, it bloody well depends how unconscious you want your child to be. And if you want your child to be unconscious, well, then you have the added advantage that maybe they won't leave home. And so you can take advantage of them for the rest of your sad life instead of going off to find something to do for yourself. Of course, you can take revenge on them if they do have any impetus towards courage that you sacrificed yourself 30 years ago and want to stamp out as soon as you see it develop in your child. That's another thing that would be quite pleasant. Be quite pleasant. Be quite pleasant. That's another thing that would be quite pleasant. Be quite pleasant. Be quite pleasant. That's another thing that would be quite pleasant. Be quite pleasant. Be quite pleasant. So that's what happens in Sleeping Beauty. That's the story of 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 Sleeping Beauty. Yeah, well, none of this is pleasant, and nothing that happens in that that story is pleasant. So Sleeping Beauty, she's naive as hell. They put her out in the forest and have her raised by these goody two-shoes fairies. And then the first idiot prince that wanders by, she falls in love with so badly that she has post-traumatic stress disorder when he rides off on his horse. That's what happens. Then she goes into the castle and she's all freaked out because she met the love of her life. Like 5 minutes. That's when the spinning wheel, that's the wheel of fate, pops up and she pricks her finger. They try to get rid of all the spinning wheels. They try to get rid of all the wheels of fate with their pointed end. She finds it, pricks her finger, falls down unconscious. Well, she wants to be unconscious, and no bloody wonder. She was protected her whole life. She's so damn naive that her first love affair just about kills her. She wants to go to sleep and never wake up. Never wake up. Never wake up. She wants to go to sleep and never wake up. And so that's exactly what happens. And then she has to wait for the prince to come and rescue her. You think, how sexist can you get? That's a boneheaded way of looking at the story, because the prince isn't just a man who's coming to rescue the woman. The prince also represents the woman's own consciousness. That's the story of Sleeping Beauty. 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 Without that forward-going, courageous consciousness, a woman herself will drift into unconsciousness and terror. All she can do is lay there and sleep, like the sleep of the naive and damned. She has to wake herself up, bring her own consciousness, her own masculine consciousness into the forefront so that she can survive in the world. Unless the woman is taken out of man, so to speak, then she isn't a human being. She's just a creature, and that's partly what's embedded in this story. So you don't want to read it as a patriarchal. You don't want to read anything that way.
Well, that's real. Make some noise for Jordan B. Peterson. And Sleeping Beauty, of course, and Prince Charming. What a guy. What a charming guy. Make some noise for the internet. We've got some. We are blessed.
People who are living far below their means enjoy a freedom that people busy upgrading their lifestyles just can't fathom. And I think that's very important, like just to not upgrade your lifestyle all the time.
True.
To maintain your freedom. And it just gives you freedom of operation. Once you make a little bit of money, you still want to be living like your old self, so that just the worry goes away. So don't run out to upgrade that house and lifestyle and all that stuff. Let's say you're going to get $1,000 an hour. The problem is that when you go into a work lifestyle like that, you don't just suddenly go from making $20 an hour to making $1,000 an hour. That's a progression over a long career. And as that happens, one subtle problem is that you upgrade your lifestyle as you make more and more money. And that upgrading of the lifestyle ups what you consider to be wealth, and you stay in this wage slave trap. So I forget who said it, maybe it was Nassim Taleb, but he said the most dangerous things are heroin and a monthly salary.
Heroin and a monthly salary.
I think that's very important.
Yep.
Like just to not upgrade your lifestyle all the time.
Hey.
To maintain your freedom. Maintain your freedom. And I think that's very important. Like just to not upgrade your lifestyle all the time. To maintain your freedom. Maintain your freedom. The way you want to get wealth, you want to be poor and working and working and working. And this is, for example, how the tech industry works, where you don't make any money for 10 years, and then suddenly in year 11, you might have a giant payday. Ideally, you want to make your money in discrete lumps, separated over long periods of time, so that your own lifestyle does not have a chance to adapt quickly. And then you can basically say, okay, now I'm done, now I'm retired, now I'm free. I'm still gonna work because you gotta do something with your life, but I'm gonna work on only the things that I want, when I want, and it's gonna be much more creative expression and much less about money. So I forget who said it, maybe it was Nassim Taleb, but he said the most dangerous things are heroin and a monthly salary. I think that's very important, like just to not upgrade your lifestyle all the time, to maintain your freedom, maintain your freedom. And I think that's very important, like just to not upgrade your lifestyle all the time, to maintain your freedom, maintain your freedom. I'm done. Now I'm retired. Now I'm free.
Maintain your freedom.
Now I'm done. Now I'm retired. Now I'm free.
Maintain your freedom.
Being alive.
Make some noise for Naval, Ravikant in the MAZ, baby. Kailash, you rest thy neck of what's cracking, baby.
Thinking, you and your family and your friends could have your own arts festival and include whatever you like to do, such as drawing, or painting, or dancing, or dressing up, or singing, or cooking. There are many ways of saying who you are and how you feel. Ways that can be so helpful. Ways that don't hurt yourself or anybody else. You know, that's how you can tell when you're grown up inside. You're sure that what you're planning and doing are things that can be a real help to you and your neighbor. I'm proud of you, you know that. I hope you do.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you.
The three transformations of the spirit. That's Nietzsche. That's the prologue to Thus Spake Zarathustra. When you are a child, when you are young, you are a camel. The camel gets down on its knees and says, put a load on me. This is obedience. This is receiving the instruction and information that your society knows you must have in order to live a competent life. When the camel is well loaded, he gets up on his feet and runs out into the desert, where he becomes transformed into a lion. The heavier the load, the more powerful the lion. The heavier the load, the more powerful the lion. The heavier the load, the more powerful the lion. The function of the lion is to kill a dragon. And the name of the dragon is Thou Shalt. And on every scale of the dragon there is a Thou Shalt imprinted. Some of it comes from 2,000 years, 4,000 years ago. Some of it comes from yesterday morning's newspaper headline. When the dragon is killed, the lion is transformed into a child. An innocent child living out of its own dynamic. Nietzsche uses the term ein aus sich rollendes Rad, a wheel rolling out of its own center. That's what you become. That is the mature individual. The heavier the load, the more powerful the lion. The heavier the load, the more powerful the lion. The heavier the load, the more powerful the lion. The function of the lion is to kill the dragon. The Thou Shalt is a civilizing force. It turns a human animal into a civilized human being. But then the one who is thrown off the Thou Shalt is still a civilized human being. You see, he has been humanized, you might say, by the Thou Shalt system. So his performance now as a child is not simply childlike at all. He has assimilated the culture and thrown it off as a Thou Shalt. But this is the way in any artwork. You go to work and study an art. You study the techniques. You study all the rules. upon you by a teacher. Then there comes a time of using the rules, not being used by them. Do you understand what I'm saying?
The heavier the load, the more powerful the line. The heavier the load, the more powerful the line. The heavier the load, the more powerful the line. The function of the line is to kill a dragon. The heavier the load, the more powerful the line. The heavier the load, the more powerful the line. The heavier the load, the more powerful the line. The function of the line is to kill a dragon.
Shouts out Shikatawari. Your music made me go for a run today after a year of hiatus. Wow. Thank you so much, Akira. I'll never stop. Don't you stop, Shika. Don't you ever stop, baby. What up, Seth Parker? What up, Milton Dan? D Humphrey 214. What's up, Tree Cat Bird Snake? Tree Cat Bird Snake. Ow! That's right. Kill that motherfucker. Ow. Ooh. Ooh, shoot. Yo, what's cracking with y'all out there? Who said Avatar? Aw, baby. We got one episode of Avatar left. We've been watching that as a family. That's been our little thing. After the meaning stream of the evening, we settle down in a little family and we watch an episode of the Avatar. We've been doing that for a couple months now. Now we're down to the last episode of Avatar, The Last Airbender. I'm pissed, baby. I don't want it to end. It's been so good. Every episode has been wonderful, apart from the second to last episode, which was a bit weird and annoying. But like, maybe I'll appreciate it better. I don't know. I'll tell you what's really weird about Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's just how much Game of Thrones ripped it off. The TV show, that is. Basically, there's the thing with the TV show. It has like extra bits that aren't in the books, and anything extra they add is always kind of a bit lame and detracts. And it started this cascade of missteps, which ended in the in turning Game of Thrones, which was it had the potential to be humanity's greatest artistic achievement. And then the people who were adapting the books were kind of egomaniacs, I guess, and let the success go to their heads, and they thought it was down to them or whatever. And everything they did was foolish and bad. But what they did, a lot of it seems, is ripped off Avatar: The Last Airbender. Like, a lot. There are so many pieces of Avatar: The Last Airbender that wind up in Game of Thrones. It gets ridiculous. I mean, even the intro is very similar. But, I haven't seen the last episode of Avatar: The Last Airbender yet, so we'll talk about this tomorrow, maybe. Maybe I'll do my big breakdown of Avatar: The Last Airbender tomorrow in a mytho-poetic fashion, breakdown what it means on that level, the archetypal aspects and all that thing. Maybe I'll just be like pissed off because the end sucked or something, I don't know. Because like it's been so good right up until now, then the second to last episode was kind of not good, and like now I'm a bit scared. Maybe they'll fuck it up. I don't know, baby. If you don't know what I'm talking about a cartoon. About a boy found in the ice, humanity's last savior. He's bringing balance, to the tribes of Earth who are split into four, and they're, elementals. There's the air people, there's the water people, there's the earth people and the fire people. But the fire people go rogue, baby, and they disrupt the balance. And the Avatar, who's supposed to keep all the shit together, you know, he disappears. He gets stuck in some ice for 100 years and shit goes off. And then he gets found, baby. He gets found in the ice. And he's just a little boy, you know. He's got to learn to be a man. He's got to learn to balance all the elements. It's got mad, wisdom in it. It's got mad wisdoms in it. It's very, very good. It's got a lot packed into it, you know. It's pretty dense. It's a kid's show, you know, and it's real dope, baby. It's real dope. It's really nicely animated. It's an anime style, but I think it was an American co-production. Like many of the great things, you know, Thundercats, Ulysses. Hey. Millman Dan says, I reckon Herc would like Samurai Jack, my son at his age. Well, here's the thing, right? I got to ask you, I mean, maybe this will be the international high five question tomorrow. We're going to need to replace it with something. Yo. Glenn Barnett says, haven't seen much of Avatar. Was it a convincing reason to watch it all? Curious. It's really, really good. And it's archetypal as fuck. And you know, this is your boy Don. I don't mess around. I don't be watching hardly anything. You know what I mean? I don't waste my time on unworthy stuff. I ain't got time for that, baby. I only fuck with greatness. You know me. And Avatar's on some like greatness level shit. It's got greatness in it, baby.
The first chapter I have in my book is called Stand Up Straight with Your Shoulders Back. And it's an injunction to be combative, not least to further your career, let's say, but also to adopt a stance of ready engagement with the world and to reflect that in your posture.
I kind of have an affinity for lobsters. When a lobster loses a fight, he kind of crunches down, so he looks smaller. When he wins a fight, he stretches out, looks bigger. And so he's signaling to other lobsters the tally of his victory. So you think, well, so what?
Hey. We back. Damn, Spectrum. With your expensive ass business line. Don't be messing with me, baby. We got vibes to regulate out here.
I want to expose myself to this danger. It's not that I'm stupid. And the kids are often shooed away. It's like, wait a sec. They're practicing being courageous. They're practicing mastering something in the face of danger. Don't bother children when you're skateboarding. Don't bother children when you're skateboarding. Don't bother children. Don't bother children. Don't bother children when you're skateboarding. Don't bother children when you're skateboarding. Don't bother children when you're skateboarding. Don't bother children. Don't bother children. We don't need no thoughts control. No dark sarcasm in the closet.
not bother children when they're skateboarding. Do not bother Wavelords when they're live streaming. Do not mess with Wavelord Internet when the Wavelord is live streaming Spectrum. Yo, this could be war. If there's any more of this, it could be war, baby. Like, how long has this been going on? Like, nearly 2 weeks? Is it nearly 2 weeks I've been here? Yo. Well, apologies to everyone who's looked in live. If you're on the podcast, you won't have noticed, other than the fact that I kind of like looped the beginning of that record for about 6 minutes, waiting for the internet to come back on. But it did not. And I guess it's here now, but it keeps disappearing and reappearing. So I'm going to have to cut the broadcast short and go get on the phone and try and persuade these people to fix this issue now. They're supposed to have already fixed it. I had a guy out here on Monday or something. Where was he out here? Was he out here? I don't know. He was out here like 4 days ago or something. He was here for like 4 hours. And then he promised me, he said, okay, he basically couldn't do anything, but he said it was something in the area and there were people working on it right now and it would be rectified within 24 hours. He told me, how could you do that, you know? How could you lie to someone? It's disgraceful. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to have to get out of here and go fix that. So thank you to everyone who's been supporting. Thank you, Andrew, Dexter, Insight of the Ages, Jose Talavera, Hybrid Loser, Walking Mold Poet, Matt Lally, Miltman Dan, Miss Superconductor, for the 137th day of meaning. This was a stream for you, Miss Superconductor. I hope you liked it. It was pretty epic. A little shorter than normal and the internet disappeared at the end, but it was pretty epic other than that. By Jove, by goodness, by crikey. And we'll be back tomorrow. Rain, hail, or shine, we'll be back, baby, okay? And yeah, thank you all for being here. Let's do it by 5. Let us buy that 5. Yeah, he is. 3, 2, 1. 7 a.m. Twitch. Oh yeah, and get that good feeling music video dropping in a couple of hours. Let's reconvene for that.